Hey everybody. So yeah, it is November 10th, 2024 and this is video number 46. I'm so sorry about that. Um so um Basically what we got working last time is, let me kill these two here. Oop, that's from my previous video. Is previous video we got this button so that we can clear our logs, so we don't have to reload it whenever we do that. Now today, what I want to get done is get her done. Is get her done. Get her done. So, um, basically, I guess what I want to do is around this result and key, kind of change the color of that. So it looks like I do that up here in this title. I have this title, but for the title, for the result title, I want to do something a little different. So let's see what we can do about that. Let's see how that works. Um, so here's where we set the title. But what I'd like to do is set a I would like to modify. I guess I would like to add a class if the type is title. I guess that's if I want to do that. I guess there's other things that we could do um, to do this. I just don't even know what would be a good approach. I feel I'm just not that comfortable with ng class, and I don't even know if ng class is uh, appropriate for Angular 18. So I should have just kept ChatGPT open. Um, how do you use ng class in Angular 18? Question mark. Okay, so basically, let's just go. We can do that. So basically, we want to right here. We already have our class. We just want to say, I'm just going to move this down into its own line. I think in yesterday's video, I did my little hissy fit about um, that. Oh, this is interesting. Dynamic classes. Get dynamic classes is active. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. It's probably a good way to do it, but basically, so we want to do something along the lines of this. ng equals, and then we want to do um, type equals, and then result, and then I guess I could put this in parens, and then question mark, ternary. Um, nope, apparently not. Is active. So basically, this should return a true or false. So we're saying, I'm just going to control X this thing. True equal to um, result. Okay, so it doesn't like this. Oh, maybe it's because, well, that should be okay. Let's see. Okay. Requires all three expressions at the end of the expression. True. So, oh, I guess it wants it in a. So, yeah. So this, I think, might have led me astray. Looks like maybe what I need is this. No. Oh, it needs both. I see. Maybe. Okay. True result colon. Ah. Okay. So it wanted, and that all three makes sense now. All right. So now let's go back to. Can this be in parens? Yes, it can. So now let's go back to here. Okay. So I think this will set that if the log listing type is result, and that's right? That's, yeah, is result, then it's going to add the result tag. If not, it's not. It's just going to class, and if not, it's not. So let's see what happens. And then what happens? Okay, let's come over here. Let's go find our result. Let's inspect that. And yep, we got our result class. So that is nice. Hopefully we don't have it on the other ones. We didn't really validate that the other ones didn't do it. And I don't really understand why we have all these TRs, but I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it. So let's come into our styles and say if it's, I believe we could put like an and dot result. I believe this means that if they're at the same level. Nope. You know we can do that. Is oh wait, I think it does background color. And it goes like this. Red, so we're gonna go no red. Green, we're gonna say once. Oh, that's RGB. RG. Oh, that's funny. B. No B. I want no B. Okay, so that's just like a lighter green, hopefully. Okay, so that threw me off, the fact that it was showing an error, but I think it was just showing an error because there was no values. Green. There we go. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so basically now what we can do is we can copy that if we want. We could have made that into a function or something. There's a lot of directions we can take with this, but the thing I really like about logic in templates, I used to hate logic in templates, but the way is like the scope is very, very easy. So like in a low, not a lot of lines of code, non-enterprise environment, it's probably it may be better and a little bit easier to read if you put it in the TypeScript. But in an enterprise environment, the sort of all the problems sort of flip on their head. Basically, the hardest thing to do is figure out what the scope is and if you have any unintended consequences. So when you do something straight in the template, you can be confident. I can be absolutely confident that the scope of this right here will not ever leak outside of these 4 lines, which there's just a lot to be said for that. It's really nice. So let me just try this. Let's try this. And that's good. Okay, so I do want to add one more row. Let's see what 10 minutes. Okay, I want to add one more row that only shows up if it's the result. And so we want to add like a little bit of logic. It's going to go between here and here because it's not going to, it's going to be a two span, but it's going to go like this. And we're going to add our at if. And so like where I work, we're on Angular 11. So I never get to use this stuff. And these new templating language and all that, and you won't, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense for a lot of companies to stay with the latest and greatest version of Angular. But like it makes a lot of sense for you as an individual to stay with the latest and greatest of Angular. So now we've copied this template logic 3 times. So maybe like you really should start considering putting that into its own function, you know, like just if you have any fear at all that like we might want to do this for another thing. Okay, so if we get to the point where I'm like, oh, I want it to be result or something else, I would probably pull this into its own function and name it something that makes sense for those things, you know. So show result data for this component. But it is also possible that when whatever were to present itself, it might just make more sense to turn this into its own component that you just show. You know, there's just no telling, you know, what direction we might go. So I think it's best just to leave it as basic as possible until we know. So here we go. Yeah, so basically I want to break down this object or these objects. It is funny that that's results and then these are results. Results data inside of there so that you can get the full view and maybe make it collapsible or something like that. Probably not though, like who cares really. But anyways, that is a good time. 13 minutes is a good time. I'm happy with that. Happy coding, everybody. Bye.